Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As I, Todd Hamilton, the Wrestle Vessel, here with part 3 on the 8x10 collection. We're trying to get through all of it. It takes to finish it, and then maybe down the road I'll show you guys some more of the other ones I get in there new after that. But this is like all I got as of now. Before I start though, just go over though, like again, I started collecting. I've been watching wrestling since 1992. For years, I collected the figures, the tapes, the magazines. It wasn't really until around 2012 I started collecting these autograph 8x10. So it's been about 9 years now I've been collecting them. But it's gotten a lot of good value though. Like a lot of them I got good deals on, and this collection is definitely worth thousands and thousands of dollars. To help fund it though, I've done things like I've sold like wrestling tapes and DVDs. I've had other 8x10 times like I buy like a lot from somebody and then I'll break it down, sell individually. So you don't have to be a rich person to help fund the collection. But I know since COVID though, like the prices are off the wall though now. So again, thank goodness I collected a lot of this when the times were better. All right, here we go now, resuming here with the collection. So we are now on the 9th binder. We did 8 of them, so we did 4 and 4 in the first 2 videos. And we open up with the tag team of Paul London and Brian Kendrick. They were a tag team in WWE around, I guess, like 03, 04, 05, maybe even 06, 07 maybe. I don't know. They were a team a while, though. They're like kind of like the Rockers, high-flying guys, Paul London and Brian Kendrick. All right, next one. This guy just passed away. Must have been a few days ago, maybe a week ago. I'm not really sure now. This is Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. Apparently a really nice guy for the people who met him in person. He also signed a few cards for me in the mail. So this is Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. Very tragic what happened to him. He was a great athlete, knew how to drew good heel heat, and had a big feud with Hulk Hogan too back in like '86 and the beginning of '87. They had that match on Saturday's Main Event in the cage. This is one I actually got a few months ago, and thank goodness I did, because now the value just went up because Orndorff has passed away, unfortunately. This is actually a Beckett certified combination of Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper. So they both signed it. There they are. Looks like it's from like a ringside shop, probably from '84, '85. Beckett certified, signed by both Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper. Sadly, both of them are now passed away. All right. This is actually one of Orndorff's partners later. This is Paul Roma, who's also Glory. He signs at Glory as well. This is from Power and Glory. Great tag team in the World Wrestling Federation around 90 and 91. He also teamed up with Jim Powers as part of the Young Stallions. You'll see them a little bit later. This is Paul Roma as Glory, and very cool. He signs as both Roma and Glory. All right, here's another one of them. It's signed by 2 people. This is signed by both the manager, the Dr. Styles Slick, and by Paul Roma. He wrote Paul Roma Glory again. So this is a Power and Glory picture. Again, just signed, though, by Roma and Slick. Obviously, Hercules was probably deceased at the time the guy got this photo signed where he got it from. So cool combo of Paul Roma and Slick. All right, here's a former World Wrestling Federation champion. He grew up in the state I'm from, in New Jersey. His name was Bruno Sammartino. And he even signed in Spanish, Buena Suerte, which means good luck. And he wrote WWF Pedro Morales. So a cool picture of Pedro Morales as the champion. He actually lived a solid life. He was probably in his 80s when he passed away. It was just maybe, I forget how many years ago now. Time flies. It was probably 2 or 3 years ago, though. But he signed through the mail, too, for free. So he was a very nice guy, Pedro Morales. He was former Mr. Everything. He was the world champion and IC champion. I think he was even a tag team champion, too, briefly. So he held all those titles in the WWF. This is the second one of Pedro Morales, signed right here. There he is in his red coat. So a cool picture of Pedro Morales. This is Penelope Ford. I'm trying to think what federation she's in now. I saw her in the indie circuit a couple of years ago, and she was with this like hot red tank top and like low cut top and jeans when I saw her in the indie show. And I think now she's either in the Cody Rhodes Federation, AEW, or she's in Impact. She's in one of them now. Again, I don't follow the current product as much, but this is Penelope Ford. I got this from the company High Spots. So a cool picture of this diva named Penelope Ford. I'm sure she'll be in WWE someday. And there's a picture from the High Spots place of her signing it. Okay. This is Perry Saturn. He's in WCW, ECW, and the WWF. Funny when he's with Moppy, I would say you're welcome. So Perry Saturn. This is a WWF picture from 2000. Our next one is the Duke of Dorchester, Pete Daugherty. He's from like the Boston, Massachusetts area. He was a low card guy in the WWF for many years. So it says Pete Daugherty. He was the Duke of Dorchester. Very cool gimmick. He talked very funny, did some commentary. Low card heel guy in the late 80s and early 90s. All right, this is just a cartoon picture. This guy had one match in the WWF, but he wrestled a lot in the USWA. He was called Spellbinder, but in WWF his gimmick was called Fantasio. He was like a babyface guy who did like magician stuff. Like he could do arm drags left and right. He had this little wand thing, and he would like pull up like underwear and do Spider-Man things and shoot things out. He only had one match though against enhancement talent Tony DeVito. But this is a cool cartoon picture someone made, and he signed it as the Fantasio gimmick. This is a guy who is he was like a low card jobber for many years. His name was Phil Apollo. And it says, Todd, thanks for the nice letters. I wrote him some fan mail, and he sent me this nice 8x10, so signed by Phil Apollo. He was a jobber you would see on like Superstars Wrestling Challenge and Raw during the 90s. So cool picture of Phil Apollo. All right, it's an interesting one. This is PCO, who's also Quebecer Pierre and Jean-Pierre Lafitte. So it's got a picture. See, there he is as the Quebecer, along with Jock. There he is as the Pirate, Jean-Pierre Lafitte. There he is now, how he is as PCO, where he competed in ROH and things like that. And he signed it as all three gimmicks. So see right here, down here is Jean-Pierre Lafitte. There's Quebecer Pierre. There's PCO. He's not human, he wrote. So all three gimmicks signed, and nice cool picture there by PCO, Pierre Carl Outlet. All right, this is Pitbull #1. He signed up here. This was, I believe Gary Wolf was Pitbull #1. Cool gimmick from the ECW days. He's still around. Sadly, though, his partner, Tony Durante, who was Pitbull 2, is passed away. This is signed, though, by Pitbull #2. All right, our next one from WCW, 1991 and a little bit 92. PN News, the Rap Master, he would say, yo, baby, yo, baby, yo, yo, baby, yo, baby, yo. This is a cool like WCW kind of promo picture thing of PN News. He also actually made a brief stint in ECW, too, in the late 90s, but he's best known for his WCW time. So the Rap Master, PN News. All right, here's a combination of the Powers of Pain signed by both. So we have the Warlord up here in silver and the Barbarian down over here. So a cool combination of the Powers of Pain, the Warlord, and the Barbarian. All right, this is a cool one. This is the Survivor Series 88 picture. It's signed by all four men. So it's the Powers of Pain and Demolition. They were the captains of the 20-man tag match that year in Survivor Series 88 at the Richfield Coliseum. So right here it says Barbarian. Right here it says Warlord. There's Demolition Smash, and there's Acts of Demolition. So nice picture signed by the Demolition and the Powers of Pain from Survivor Series 88. All right, speaking of tag teams, and here he is again, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Again, sadly passed away. Pretty Wonderful, along with Paul Roma. So there's Orndorff and Roma, and they're part of Pretty Wonderful in WCW around the end of 93 up until early 95. So about a good solid year and a half. They were a team. Pretty Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, and Paul Roma. Not too many combinations of them out there you see, so that's interesting. All right, next one. This is signed by Primo, Epico, and Rosa Mendez. They were, Primo and Epico were the tag team champions one time. They were managed by Rosa, signed by all three. So here's Primo. There's Rosa down there, and there's Epico. So there they are all together. I believe it was around 2012 or 13 they were a team. I'm trying to remember exactly when. It was around that time, and there she is with Primo and Epico. All right. This one now is Prince Iakea. He just signed, though, as, remember, he's called the Artist, formerly known as Prince Iakea. He just signed as the Artist, but that's Prince Iakea. He was in WCW, I guess, around 97 until maybe 2000 or the dying days in 2001. So that's the Artist, formerly known as Prince Iakea. Very rare autograph to get. I've actually tried to write to him in the mail a couple times. 3 times I tried. Never got back from him once. All right, next one is Public Enemy. So we have Rocco Rock down here, and we have Johnny Grunge up there. So this is the Public Enemy. They were a tag team in all the federations. They were in WCW, WWF, and ECW. So rare autograph. Both men sadly passed away. So again, Rocco Rock and Johnny Grunge, Public Enemy. And then I have a second one of Public Enemy. So there is Rocco Rock up there, Johnny Grunge down there. This is a WCW kind of promo picture. This one's actually certified, too, of the tag team Public Enemy. It is JSA certified. There's the thing in the back. All right, and we keep going on the tag teams. We have the Quebecers. So there's Quebecer Pierre. There's Jacques Rougeau. So Jacques and Pierre, the Quebecers, great team from '93 and '94. Solid heel team. They were good tag team champions, and shame they didn't last longer. I know they went out to WCW and they came back to the WWF later, and they're also like the amazing French Canadians. But I liked them the best when they were like saying we're not the Mounties in '93, '94. They were a fun tag team. All right, this is the daughter of Paul Ellering. This is Rachel Ellering. So there she signed as Rachel. I'm not sure if she's made it to any of the big times yet, but I'm sure she's working her way up, though. I've heard a lot about her. Rachel Ellering. This is an enhancement guy in WCW. His name was Randy Hogan. He wrote a funny thing here. It says, "Tough day at the office, Randy Hogan." There he's all beaten up. So he's like kind of like a Hulk Hogan wannabe. His name's Randy Hogan. All right, this is the legend killer, Randy Orton. This is his old signature right here, Randy Orton. So very cool thing he signed there. This is like when he was just starting out around 2002. So nice picture of Randy Orton in the WWE when he was very young. And here he is again. This is signed by 2 of the 3 members of Legacy. So you have Randy Orton, and we have Ted DiBiase Jr. Cody Rhodes is in the picture too, but this is just signed by Randy and DiBiase Jr. All right, and speaking of cool big names, oh yeah, we got the Macho Man Randy Savage. This is Macho Man Randy Savage, a PSA certified, so that's worth increases the value. I think the guy he's beating up here in red, I think this is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Now, Steamboat's a tremendous signer through the mail, but I would never want to risk that this gets damaged or lost, so I would only get this signed by Ricky if I see him in person again. But an amazing picture here of the Macho Man Randy Savage as he goes to work on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. So a nice autograph of the Macho Man Randy Savage. And here's another one of the Macho Man Randy Savage. A nice picture from the 80s, like 86 or 87, when he was the Intercontinental Champion. Elizabeth's with him. Very interesting picture of the Macho Man Randy Savage. So nice full signature again. I actually used to have an NWO Wolfpack one of him too, but I actually sold that one though because I have a couple of Macho Mans. Here's another one. This time he just signed it as Macho Man. This is the end of his career when he was with Gorgeous George, and she signed it too. There was a signing that happened like in August of '99, and I have on the back like all the information from the signing. So again, Macho Man and Gorgeous George. This is from the dying days of WCW. So there's the ticket stub from the guy who attended the signing, which was on August 29th of '99 by Jersey All Pro Wrestling. All right, our next one is a rare guy in WCW. He was around like in '90, '91. His name was Ranger Ross. So just like a small name from WCW around that time, Ranger Ross. All right, here's Raven. He made it to all 3 federations, WWF, WCW, and ECW. So quoth the Raven, nevermore. And here's a second picture of Raven, signed right here. So that's cool of Raven. I think this one's more from like 01 or 02, this picture, because he had that stringy hair at that time. I remember he was like, this was either when he was managed by Terry or maybe just after, and could also be from TNA after that, I'm not sure. This is Raven sometime 2001 or later, though. So that's Raven. This is a rare guy in ECW from like the beginning years, like 93, 94. His name was Ray Odyssey. He wrote Two Tides Surfs Up, Surfer Ray Odyssey, and he sent this to me directly. He actually talks to his fans on a message board called Kayfabe Memories. He's very active in the ECW, and he also in this federation called ICW. I'm not too familiar with it, but he's a very friendly guy, communicates with the fans. His name is Ray Odyssey, still around today. All right, our next one, this is just signed by Ray Rougeau only. So Ray Rougeau. This was a picture of the Rougeau brothers, Jock and Raymond, and just signed by Ray on the bottom there. All right, this is the bad guy, Razor Ramon. Hey, yo, take a look at Razor Ramon. He's a very cool guy, man, Razor Ramon. I love talking like him, the Al Cappuccino guy, and great gimmick. Everyone loves Scott Hall. Razor Ramon with the Intercontinental title. Very cool picture. And this is another one of Razor Ramon. There he's signing a blue paint pen. He's the Intercontinental Champion. He even wrote WWE Intercontinental Champion. So a nice picture of Razor Ramon with the Intercontinental title signed in a blue paint pen. Amazing photography, whoever took this picture, too. All right, this is Matt Hardy's wife. This is Reba Sky. She's married to Matt Hardy. This is Recon from the Truth Commission, so that's a little bit rare one. Recon of the Truth Commission. I think he's the one that was Bull Buchanan later. The Red Rooster, so he signs it as Rooster. So nice picture of Terry Taylor as the Red Rooster. This is a combination one. It's signed by both Bobby the Brain Heenan and the Red Rooster. So he managed them in 1988 and maybe the very beginning of '89. So there's a nice picture of Red Rooster with Bobby Heenan from an old WWF promo picture. So very cool to have both signatures on the same photo. All right, this one's extremely rare. You don't see many graphs. This is the Renegade, and it says "Fear the Renegade." So like he doesn't have that great of a signature, but his graph is almost impossible to find. I know he left WCW around '98. I think he died. He committed suicide or died shortly after that. Remember, I have a ton of stuff signed by Jimmy Hart, but this would be cool maybe if I could add him on that someday. But this is just signed by the Renegade only on a original WCW promo picture. Amazing. So the Renegade. All right, this is a low-card talent who was in the WWF for many years, also briefly in WCW. His name is Reno Riggins. He says, it's my pleasure making you a star, Reno Riggins. So a nice picture signed by Reno Riggins. The guy was very nice. I actually gave him some of his matches on DVD, and he even sent me some of his ring gear, which was cool. Some of it I kept, however. Some things to get more items I had to give up in a trade. I actually had Stephen Dunn's ring jacket, too, but I gave that up. But I still have Reno Riggins one. I have like some domino armbands and stuff, so maybe we'll show that in a future video. This is Reno Riggins. Legendary enhancement talent. He started out in '88. I think he was still doing jobs as late as like '98 or something like that. So he was a longevity guy, good worker. Sadly, he didn't get that much of a push. Reno Riggins. All right, here's everybody's favorite, Barry Darsow as the Repo Man, having fun as usual. What's mine is mine. What's yours is mine too. That's the Repo Man. There's a second one of the Repo Man. Look at how he's smiling. I think Barry Darsow really loved this gimmick of the Repo Man. All right, this is a combination. This is signed by both Rey Mysterio Jr. and La Parka. So cool picture. I don't know where this was taken, but they're backstage. Some guy had a nice photography of them, and we got a combination of Rey Jr. and La Parka. So good combination. You can wrote Parka Originator or something. So that's pretty cool. All right, this is signed by Rhino, Paul Heyman's favorite. Love saying "Gore, Gore, Gore." There he is with the hardcore title. That's Rhino. This is signed by Rhythm and Blues. It's signed by everybody. So there's the Honky Tonk Man right there. There's Greg Valentine right here. And Jimmy Hart on the bottom by the record. So Rhythm and Blues with Jimmy Hart. Everybody signed it. Nice. Kind of like a magazine page turned into an 8x10 or something like that. All right, our next one is a JSA certified. So this is a JSA sticker of the Nature Boy Ric Flair. So he wrote Ric Flair, 16-time champion. So nice picture of Ric Flair. This is probably from the later years of WCW, maybe like 99, 2000, something like that. All right, and there's the JSA thing on the back. All right, our next one. Again, this is when I met Shawn Michaels again. I wanted to get him to sign. He wouldn't sign anything extra, which is a shame. This is the WrestleMania 24 match. It says Nature Boy Ric Flair, WWE 16 times. So Ric Flair signed it. He's picking up Michaels for looks like a butterflies type suplex move. I'd love to add Michaels on there someday, but nice picture though of Ric Flair from that awesome WrestleMania match where he had to retire. And here's a very valuable one. This one is PSA certified. This is signed by Ric Flair, 16-time champion, and the immortal Hulk Hogan. So a Flair-Hogan combo. There's a PSA sticker. Amazing picture. This looks like the matchup maybe they had at Madison Square Garden, either in November or December '91, but a very cool combo of Flair and Hogan. And there's the PSA thing on the back. All right, this is Alberto Del Rio's manager, Ricardo Rodriguez. So there he is in his suit. This is the model, Rick Martel. So there he is with the arrogance. Yes, I am a model ribbon. And signed down here is Rick Martel. So nice picture of the model. All right, nice combination here of Rick Martel and Slick. If you recall, Slick managed him briefly in 1989. This is Beckett certified, and it's a combo of Rick Martel and Slick. I hear Martel is very tough to get these days because he doesn't go to conventions or do signings. So thank goodness I have quite a few autographs of him. So there he is with Slick. Nice combo of them. Here's a rare one too, Ravishing Rick Rude, signed right here in silver. So there he is. It's kind of, I guess, like a magazine page turned into an 8x10, signed by Ravishing Rick Rude. Here's a second one of Ravishing Rick Rude, signed up here in blue. There he is. He's working over Jake the Snake. It looks like some kind of house show or something like that. Nice photography by the guy taking that, and a very cool signature of Ravishing Rick Rude. This one is one of the ones I got when I had to get rid of some stuff recently. I had to do a trade. It's really nice to get a second Rick Rude. Tough graft to get. All right, next one we have Rick Steiner from the Steiner Brothers, signed right here. So this is when he was like the dog-faced gremlin gimmick. I have a bunch of Ricky Steamboats. This is a really nice one with the NWA title. It says Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, NWA World Champion. So a very nice picture, signed by Steamboat. Very friendly guy. Signs for people in the mail all the time. Does it really fast, and super nice guy. I heard he's just started charging recently though because some jerk fans were selling his autograph for profit. All right, here's our next one of him. It says Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. This is the Dragon gimmick he played in 1991. So there he is as Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. This is a magazine page turned into an 8x10. Just says Ricky Steamboat up here. There he is with the NWA title. The one that later on was used as the big gold belt in WWE too, and Triple H had it and stuff. So Ricky Steamboat as the champion. This is another one. Nice WCW promo picture. It says Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. So nice picture from '92 of Ricky Steamboat, the Dragon. And geez, I have so many Steamboats, not funny. Here's another one. It's not like he's my favorite wrestler. I like him. He's not my favorite. There's a lot to get. He's a good signer and everything like that. So this is when I went to Access in 2013. He signed this little match sheet. He wrote Ricky Steamboat the Dragon. So very cool. And then you signed the there's a picture of me meeting him, and he signed it right down there. It says Ricky Steamboat the Dragon. So very cool picture of me with Steamboat from WrestleMania Access in 2013. All right, that finally finishes up the Steamboat ones. Our next one is Rico. So there's Rico in 2003. That was before he paired up with Miss Jackie. And here he is in one he did pair up with Miss Jackie. So Rico right there. Miss Jackie signed it over here. So a double signature signed by both Miss Jackie and Rico from around 2003. All right, this is a tough one to get to because this got signed by everybody. This is the Right to Censor. It's signed by all 5 members. So we have Val Venus right here. We have the Good Father right here. We have Ivory right here in the middle. There's Bo Buchanan, and there's Steven Richards. So signed by all 5 members of the group Right to Censor, and a nice WWF promo picture from 2001. All right, our next one is Rikishi. So there's Rikishi signed right there. Nice picture of Rikishi Fatu. And here's a second one of Rikishi. This looks like it might be from that Tribute to the Troop show. I'm not sure what year. You see the people like the army in the background. So this is Rikishi. This is signed by the Riot Squad. I was trying to think of the name of their stable for a second. All right. So we have Liv Morgan, who's extremely popular these days. Her graph keeps going up. We have, what's her name, Sarah Logan, and we have Ruby Riot. So all 3 members of the Riot Squad, Morgan, Logan, and Riot. Okay, so signed by all 3. Cool picture of them. Looks like they're just backstage hanging out and doing stuff. So nice blue Sharpie or blue paint pen for all 3 graphs. All right, this is a low card guy. He passed away not too long ago. His name was Rip Oliver. I know he wrestled on WWF like around 87 or so. Probably big on some other promotions, though, in the independent scene. This is the Crippler Rip Oliver. And speaking of Rip, another low-card guy named Rip. This is Rip Rogers from WCW. You might recall he actually got a win at Battle Bowl 93 team, but Hawk beat him up, so he couldn't enter the ring. And then his own partner beat him up again after the match, along with Booker T and the Bulldog in one of the those lethal lottery matches at the 93 event in November. So there it is, his best, which is Rip Rogers. All right, this is signed by the Road Dogg right here in blue. It says Road Dogg DX. So there's Road Dogg Jesse James with a tag team title. This is double signed. It's signed by Road Warrior Animal and Precious Paul Ellering. So Hawk was passed away at this point. He didn't sign this, but nice double signed piece, though, again, by Road Warrior Animal and Paul Ellering, the Road Warriors, okay? And there's, in the back here's actually, this is actually me meeting Road Warrior Animal at a bookstore, so Animal signed that for me directly. Okay, so give me a second to put this down while I just put that back. All right. Our next one is Mr. Monday Night, Rob Van Dam. So it's a TNA pitcher. He signed the full signature. Rob Van Dam, very nice signature. As I think I have a second one where he's more lazy, so this is a good signature of Van Dam. I think this is the lazy one coming up. Yeah, this one. See how he just signs it like as like RVD or RD? I don't know. It's just little crappy signatures. So this is one's like from a Roth taping or something like that, and he just signs it the simple way, Rob Van Dam, compared to the nice one we saw in the other one. Okay. All right. Our next one is signed by The Rock when he was the Intercontinental Champion. So there he is, The Rock. And this was from some kind of book sign or something. You can see right here, there's the signing of the guy doing it with the date and the COA and everything. So that's The Rock at the sign when he was the Intercontinental Champion. This is another one of The Rock. Very nice. This is later when he was like more like the world champion. There is the Brahma Bull with the those comfortable pants that he used to wear, like the gym workout pants. So The Rock, 2 autographs of him, and you saw the Nation of Domination one last time too. So I have a couple of Rocks. All right, this is the Rockers, signed by both members. That's nice. So we got Shawn Michaels down here and Marty Jannetty up here in green. So nice combination of the Rockers, Michaels and Jannetty. All right, our next one is Rockin' Robin. She was the sister of Jake the Snake Roberts and Sam Houston. Here she is as the ladies champion. So nice picture of Rockin' Robin. This is the Rock and Roll Express. They were mainly in WCW and NWA, but they spent time in the WWF as well. So there's Ricky Morton. There's Robert Gibson. These guys they actually still wrestle today on the indie scene in 2021. It's nuts. I think they were even in that NWA Federation not too long ago too. So this is the Rock and Roll Express again. Ricky Morton, Robert Gibson. All right, is another one, the Rock and Roll Express. Also signed, though, by Billy Jack Haynes. I don't know why he's with them, but there he is, Billy Jack Haynes with the Rock and Roll Express. And it's signed by all 3 guys. So Gibson there, Morton there, and Billy Jack on top. So Rock and Roll Express with Billy Jack Haynes. All right, next one is Rocky Johnson. He's the Rock's dad. He passed away a few years ago. There he is with one of the titles he held. Nice picture of Rocky Johnson. Here's the Hot Rod, Rowdy Roddy Piper. It's a nice full signature. It says Rowdy Roddy Piper. Cool picture. There's a second one. This one just says Roddy Piper, though. So very nice to have Piper autographs as they've gone up in value a bit. This is Rodney Mack right here and Teddy Long right there. So double sign of a nice promo picture from 2003 of Rodney Mack and the man who managed him, holla at me player, Teddy Long. Where you're going to go either one-on-one with The Undertaker or be in a tag team match on SmackDown. Holla at me, player. There you go. So we got Rodney Mack and Teddy Long. All right, this one, I didn't even want this one, but I bought a lot one time. I'm like, you know what? This guy's going to be valuable and stuff, so I kept it. Roman Reigns, he does that crappy double R signature. He wrote WWE Champ on top. So nice picture of Roman Reigns. Again, like I don't follow, and it's even PSA certified too, so this is really worth something. So not sure why this guy gave it to me in a cheap lot or whatever, but nice to have it and keep it. And there's the PSA certification. All right, he passed away a few years ago, too. He signed for me in the mail back in the day, though. This is Outlaw Ron Bass. There he's with the bow rope and cool picture of Outlaw Ron Bass around 87, 88, 89. This is Ron Simmons when he won the world title in WCW in 92. So he even wrote Ron Simmons, WCW champ, 1992. So cool picture of the All-American Ron Simmons. And we have right here Ronda Rousey. So nice signature of her. She loves Piper as an inspiration to her. And that will conclude booklet 9. I'm going to go to booklet 10 now. So just give me a second. All right, here we go now. Book number 10. And we're going to open it up with Rugged Ronnie Garvin. There he is with the NWA world title. I guess he was like feuding with Flair at that time. I think he won it from. I'm trying to remember. This is like 87 Rugged Ronnie Garvin. And there's Ronnie Garvin again, signed in red right here. This is a pretty cool picture. It's got a little bit of it. That's his WWF days, and that's his NWA days up there. So Ronnie Garvin, nice picture signed in red right there. All right, this is Rosa Mendez. You know, she's been a diva and a manager for quite a number of years in the WWE. This one says, this is also Rosa Mendez. This is Love Rosa. There she's in silver, and you can get a nice picture of her behind. All right, this is Citizen Rosie. So this is Rosie from when he's a member of Superheroes in Training with Hurricane Helms. Sadly, he passed away too. That's a nice picture though of Rosie. All right, this one's signed by both Rougeau brothers. And we saw Ray Rougeau earlier. This is the Rougeau brothers. So we got Ray Rougeau up here. We have Jacques Rougeau right there in silver. So a nice combination of the fabulous Rougeau brothers, Jacques and Raymond. Our next one is R-Truth. He's going to say, what's up, what's up, what's up? So that's R-Truth. He also was K-Quick and Ron Killings. This is a combo. This is signed by Rusev and Lana. Rusev is now known as Miro in another organization, but this is when he was in WWE as Rusev and his, I don't know if it's his girlfriend or wife. That's Lana, though, so here they are together. This is Ryan Shamrock, signed up here. It's a nice, cool picture of Ryan Shamrock, and look at the kind of shirt she's wearing. I have no idea. I don't think she actually was related to Ken Shamrock. If she was, I'm a little surprised, but she was known as Ryan Shamrock, though, in the WWF, though, around like 99 or so. This is Ryback. So he wrote Ryback, WWE Intercontinental Champion, feed me more. So very nice phrases he wrote in nice blue paint pen. Ryback, pretty cool gimmick. Intercontinental Champion at the time. This is Saba Simba right here. Tony Atlas played a nice gimmick in 1990 and beginning of 91 known as Saba Simba. And there's a second one of him as Saba Simba, signed right there. Here's with the shield and everything. All right, this is Sable. So, you know, she married Brock Lesnar. She was married to Mark Merrow in the past. So that's Sable, very popular diva of the mid and late 90s. Came back in 2003 with Mr. McMahon. All right, there we have Sabu and Bill Alfonso. So nice combination of Sabu and Bill Alfonso from ECW thing. Another combination one says Extreme Icons. It's Sabu and Tommy Dreamer down there. So cool combo of Sabu and Tommy Dreamer, hyping up some match they were going to have in ECW. All right, this is a low card guy. He passed away too, I believe. His name is Salvatore Bellomo. He was in the WWF for many years. He also came to ECW around 94. Here he looks skinny. He was kind of fat in ECW. But he's a low card babyface named Salvatore Bellomo. That came from the company High Spots. All right, this is Tom Brandi when he was Salvatore Sincere in like 96 and 97 WWF. So it says Sal Sincere. And I first saw him, actually was at a Meadowlands house show in July 96. I thought he looked a little bit like Rick Martel, but yeah, I knew it wasn't him, but like he looks a little bit like him. Sal Sincere. All right, this was given to me personally by Sam Houston. It says Todd, best of luck, Sam Houston. Not sure why he's got that like weird eye dye on his face in this picture, but this is, I guess, some indie kind of show with Sam Houston in the ring. And this is the second one of Sam Houston right here. Nice photo file by Wrestling Incorporated. This is an interesting one. It's the Samoan SWAT team, and it's signed by both members and their manager. So there's Fatu up here. There's Samu down there. And there's Paul E. Dangerously, or Paul Heyman right there. So that's awesome. So we got Paul E., Fatu, and Samu. So they called the SST, the Samoan SWAT team. This is extremely rare. You're not going to find really any graphs of these around. Paul E's hard enough to get, and I don't really know any combos with all three of them. All right, this was given to me personally by Head Shrinker Samu. He wrote, thanks for everything, Todd. Stay safe. Samu 2011. This is when I gave him like some of his matches on DVD. He appreciated it. And he made me a cool ring jacket, like a turnbuckle pad, and this pretty cool 8x10 as well. So that's Head Shrinker Samu. He's right here. All right, this is just signed by the Sandman only. A little tough to see in gray up there. So that's the Sandman, signed by the Singapore King. This is a low-card guy who's in the WWF, also competed on the indie scene. His name was Sandy Beach. He's also known as Sunny Beach as well. He's actually from the New York area now, so Sandy Beach. Here he's in a WWF match, probably around 89 or so. All right, here's our buddy, Santino Morella. So Mr. Italy, there he is with the Cobra. So Santino Morella, signed right there. Cool picture of Santino. This is Sarah Logan by herself. We saw the Riot Squad earlier, so that's Sarah Logan. This is everybody's favorite, the boss, Sasha Banks. She actually signed a card for me for free through the mail. It took a while to get it back, but I appreciate that. Her graph is off the charts on what it costs these days, so I'm glad I got her, which was reasonable. Sasha Banks. All right, this is Savio Vega. And he wrote Puerto Rico down there, so cool little inscription of Savio Vega. This is the current diva. Her name is Scarlett Bordeaux. She manages that guy Karrion Kross or Killer Kross, whatever his name is. So this is Scarlett. And her graph has gone up a ton too since they made it to NXT. This is a low card guy in the WWF for many years, maybe in the NWA as well. His name was Scott Casey. He's still alive actually though, so that's Scott Casey. This is Scott Hall from the NWO. It's JSA certified, and he wrote Scott Hall for life. So cool picture signed by the NWO Scott Hall. And again, it's a JSA certified thing in the back there. All right, this is a low card guy. He's still alive too. His name is Scott McGee. I think he was on one of the Dark Side of the Ring things recently, talking about one of the people. I forgot who though. It says best wishes, Scott McGee. He was around like in the mid and late 80s in the WWF. Scott McGee. All right, this is Scott Flash Norton. This is when he's in the NWO. It says Scott Norton, NWO for life. It's a cool picture of Scott Norton. This is the son of Ivan Putski. His name is Scott Putski. He made a brief run the WWF in like the cruiserweight division, lightweight division, 97. He was good a few with Brian Christopher, but he actually like injured himself. And then I know he was in WCW briefly as well. He never really made it though. So this is Scott Putski. This is the Freakazoid Holla at Me Playa. It's holler holler, Scott Steiner. It's amazing how much of a good worker he was before he got roided up, and here he is when he's the Freakazoid, he's all roided up. So that's Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner. All right, this is a rare one. This is Raven when he was in WCW, known as Scotty Flamingo. Don't really see any autographs of that. So a cool picture of Scotty Flamingo. I was trying to track down his graph for a while. I finally got this a few months ago. Nice picture of Scotty Flamingo. This is Scotty Riggs. Remember, he was in the American Males with Marcus Bagwell, and then he later joined the Flock. This is when he's in the Flock. So that's Scotty Riggs. This is a rare graph. This is S.D. Jones. Super rare. I know Eric Sims was trying to sell him for $200 for a while. I don't know if you ever got it. I only paid like $25 for this, but this is S.D. Jones, Special Delivery Jones, the man who had the quick match with King Kong Bundy at WrestleMania 1, a babyface, low-card guy for many years from Antigua in the West Indies, Special Delivery Jones. All right, here's everybody's favorite Coliseum video host and studio guy with the event center. We have Sean Mooney, a super nice guy. He actually does podcasts. He completed in that NWA Federation recently doing interviews and stuff. So Sean Mooney. This is a rare graph. I think he's passed away. This is Sean O'Hare. Actually, I'm not sure if he's dead or not, but I know his graph is rare though. So that's Sean O'Hare. This is Sergeant Slaughter. Nice sign in green paint pen right there. Sergeant Slaughter. And there he's with the American flag. Very cool picture of the Sarge. This is a combination one. So we have General Adnan right there, and we have Sergeant Slaughter right there. So cool combo of Adnan and Slaughter. I've tried to get an individualized Adnan one, but all the 8x10s I see, they're all like pixelated. So luckily this one's okay. It's a black and white photo, but at least I got his signature. I actually had written to him in the mail. He signed some cards for me. He's a nice guy, but tough to get an 8x10 of him unless you got a pixelated one. So there's Slaughter and Adnan. This is obviously from like 90 or 91 when they were together. All right, this is the franchise Shane Douglas. There's always like a young Shane Douglas. Nice smile. Franchise Shane Douglas. And there he is, Shane Douglas again as the ECW World Champion. All right, our next one is Shane McMahon. He actually signs it Shane O'Mac. So cool picture of him with Stephanie, signed by Shane McMahon. This is Shannon Moore, low card guy, the Mattitude follower with Matt Hardy. So Shannon Moore, early 2000s. This is Eddie Guerrero's daughter, I believe, or is his niece? I think it's his daughter. Her name is Shaul Guerrero. So this is Shaul Guerrero. I actually got it for very cheap. So if she makes it big, this is going to be a huge graph. So that's Shaul Guerrero. All right, this is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. This is right after he won the title from Bret Hart at WrestleMania 12. So it says Shawn Michaels, HBK. Really nice picture. All right, our next one is a this is a magazine page. It's when Sensational Sherry managed him. So there's Sherry. It's just signed by Michaels. There's Sherry with Michaels, and it says Shawn Michaels, HBK. This is a magazine page. This looks super nice that I put in the back of my other 8x10, and it looks really nice. Cool picture of Michaels from '92 when he's with Sherry. And yeah, he actually wrote Heartbreak Kid too. Do you write that all? Yeah, now he just writes HBK. This one he actually wrote HB Kid. So that's super rare then, because this is one of his earlier signatures when he was younger. All right, this is what I was talking about, because this one just says Shawn Michaels, HBK. So here it said HB Kid, so that's pretty cool. All right, so this is Shawn Michaels, a more modern one, probably from like the mid or late 2000s. And there's another Shawn Michaels. So here it says HBK again, Shawn Michaels. So I have a bunch of Michael autographs. Like I said, I was getting that book signed. I was hoping to get more, but he was only signed the book that day. All right, this is Sean Stasiak. So it says Blessings, Sean Stasiak. I actually asked him if I could buy a graph off him. He used to try and charge me $20. I'm like, I ain't paying you $20. I got this one cheaper from somebody else. So signed in pink of Sean Stasiak. He also played Meat in the WWF. He was managed by PMS with Terry and Jacqueline. So Sean Stasiak. All right, this is Sensational Sherry. She signed as Sherry Martel. Interesting black and white photo. I have a few of her. There she is again. This was when she was managing DiBiase. So it says right here, Sherry Martel. And there she is with DiBiase. So cool picture. Maybe I'll get DiBiase to add on to it someday. And there's a third one of her. It says Sensational Sherry. The other two said Sherry Martel. This is in her red dress, backstage at an arena. All right, this is signed by the manager of Hakushi. He's the guy who played Sato of the Orient Express. His name was Akio Sato, so he's also a Shinja. So you wrote Akio Sato, I guess. I don't know if that says Sato in Japanese or if that says Shinja, but he wrote some Japanese stuff too. So pretty cool signature of Shinja. If you recall, I did have a Hakushi one that you guys have seen in the past from one of my other videos. All right, this is a funny gimmick. This was when the Fred Ottman in Tugboat and Typhoon, he played the Shockmaster. So he's with the helmet, and I guess that's before he falls down as the Shockmaster in WCW. Here's a rare one too. This is from the Flock, Sick Boy. So cool picture of Sick Boy from Raven's Flock in the late 90s in WCW. Here's Big Sid. He signed this one as Sid Justice. So nice picture of Sid. Here's another Sid one. This time he signed as Sid Vicious. And a nice yellow paint pen. So good autographs of the big man Sid. They've had other ones of him too. I've sold them. This is Simon Dean signed in pink right here. So nice autograph of the funny guy at the Simon system. He was around in like 04, 05, 06. Simon Dean. I always liked this guy. He was a funny low-carded guy. A lot of humor in him. This is another rare one. This is a low-card guy in the WWF from like 86, 87, 88. His name was CV Afi. He was mainly a babyface. He wrote Aloha CV Afi 86. He also briefly teamed up with Tama as part of the Islander, not Tama, Haku was part of the Islanders in 88, but then they like fired him though. He got all these tattoos and it was all for nothing. So CV Afi. All right, here's everyone's favorite, Skinner. He was around 91, 92, 93. This was Steve Kern as Skinner. He wrote WWF 91. And there's another one of Skinner. So this is Skinner WWF. Cool picture of the guy from the Florida Everglades. Here's the Dr. Style Slick by himself. We saw some combo ones of him earlier with guys like, Roma and the Gang and Martel. There he is by himself, though. This is the Smoking Guns, a nice WWF promo picture from 95. So we have Billy right here, and we have Bart Gunn right there. So cool combo of the Smoking Guns when they were the tag team champions. This is another Smoking Guns one, also from 95, a black and white one. So we have Billy here, and we have Bart up there. So cool pictures of the Smoking Guns. I really didn't care for these guys, but the tag team scene was dead at that point. All right, another combination one. We have Sonny Ono right here, and the man he represents, the Ultimo Dragon. So Sonny Ono with the Ultimo Dragon. There they are together. This is a current product diva. I don't know her too well. Her name is Sonia Deville. So there's Sonia Deville. All right, this is Spike Dudley from the Dudley Boys. He signs it Spike Dudley in a nice blue paint pen. This is a WWF 2001 promo picture. So Spike Dudley, little run. This is Stacy Keibler. So she's in a nice dress. This picture is from 2003. And there's another Stacy Keibler one. This one's showing off her long legs. So that's Stacy Keibler. Love Stacy. All right, our next one is Stan Hansen. Stan the Larry Hansen, big stiff worker, likes to work with Vader, I know, the blue paint pen. There he is as the AWA World Champion. So cool picture of Stan Hansen. And there's a second one of Stan Hansen. Tough guy, that lariat close. I think Bradshaw was really influenced by him. All right, this is the tag team WCW around 94, 95. They're called Stars and Stripes. So that's Marcus Bagwell. He just signed as Buff, though. And that's the Patriot who just passed away earlier this month. So there, Dale Wilkes and Marcus Bagwell, Stars and Stripes in a cool WCW promo picture. And another WCW promo picture is the Steiner brothers. So we have Rick Steiner up here, Scott Steiner there on the side. So a nice picture of the Steiner brothers. And here's one of them in the WWF with the tag team titles. Rick Steiner there, Scott right there. So nice combination there again of the Steiner brothers when they were the WWF tag team champions. All right, next one is Stephanie McMahon. She signed right here in blue. So she's like in her business outfit. So I guess when she's like the SmackDown GM, Stephanie McMahon. And there's another picture of Stephanie McMahon right here, signed. So we got two of Stephanie. All right, this one is signed by Steve Armstrong. It's right here, like in silver, a little bit hard to read. It says, glad something to Todd, Steve Armstrong. It's like right over here. I can't really read it too well right now. It's getting a little dark now. This is like a Universal studio before WCW Worldwide taping, and Steve Armstrong's outside posing. He's the guy who played Lance Cassidy. There's a picture of Steve Armstrong sent to me too. It says, "God bless you, Steve Armstrong." So there he is with he's with Brad Armstrong. I'm not sure if the girl is Brad's or his, but there he is with Brad Armstrong. Cool picture from his family photo collection, I guess, that he gave to me. All right, this is Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is when he was studying Steve Austin. He signed it as Stone Cold Steve Austin. It would have been really nice if I got this signed as Stone Cold, but it is what it is. So there it is, Steve Austin in black and white. Very cool picture of him when he was in WCW as studying Steve Austin. Like I said, unfortunately, he signed it as Stone Cold. He wrote number 1 too here. Pretty funny. All right, there's another Austin one. This is like more of like the modern signature. He wrote Austin 316. He's giving someone the finger with the WWF heavyweight title, his skull belt. So that's Stone Cold Steve Austin. And here's another one of Austin. It's a combo. It says Stone Cold Steve Austin, and over here it says Stacy Keibler, love Stacy. So there's Austin and Stacy having a beer together. This is probably from like a Raw or something like that, and I bet you gives her a Steiner after this too, because that's the way Austin is. So nice combo again, Austin and Stacy up there. All right, this is the Lethal Weapon, Steve Blackman, signed down here in silver. So there he is, like with a hardcore title and some of his different gimmicks, Steve Blackman. This is the guy from the old school of ECW, Steve Corino. So he is with the ECW World Title, Steve Corino. This is Steve Dahl. So he's the guy right here, not the Ninja Turtle. He's next to him. Steve Dahl. He's the guy who played Stephen Dunn from Well Done. So he's signed as Steve Dahl. This is Steve Mongo McMichael, the wife of Deborah, and he was on the Bears and the Packers. Former Horseman member, Steve McMichael. This is Dr. Death, Steve Williams. He wrote Thumbs Up, Dr. Death, Steve Williams. There he is with the all the titles he had. So very cool to have Steve Williams in my collection. I don't think I have his partner, Terry Gordy, though. All right, this is signed. This is double signed, too. This is Lord Steven Regal, and he wrote WCW Television Champion. So number 1. So very nice signature of Lord Steven Regal. On top is the manager, Bill Dundee, also known as Sir William. So we have Sir William up here and Lord Steven Regal down there. Cool picture of them together. When he was the television champion, most likely in 93 or 94, this picture was taken in WCW. The next one is Stevie Ray of Harlem Heat. We saw the combination of them earlier. We saw some Booker ones. This is a solo one, though, of Stevie Ray. And he wrote NWO as well. This is Sting. Nice picture of Sting from the Wolfpack days. Signed nice in silver Sharpie. And we got one more big binder and two small ones. So let me get the next one out. All right, here we are continuing the video. We got Sting and Lex Luger. Nice combination. I guess they won some kind of tournament to get these trophies. So that's Sting and Lex Luger. All right, next we have Strike Force, Rick Martel and Tito Santana. So he wrote Tito Santana, Hall of Fame 2004, Arriba. And it says Rick Martel, Strike Force here on the bottom. So nice combination of Strike Force, Rick Martel, and Tito Santana. And here's the second one of Strike Force. Not as much detail, just the basic names, Tito Santana and Rick Martel. But a cool combo, though, of Strike Force. This is signed by the Sultan. Not too many graphs of him. We saw that one last time of him with Backlund and the Sheik. But this is Sultan WWF. So nice picture of when Rikishi was the Sultan. This is Summer Rae. Just a picture she posed in her bed, I guess, or something. It just says Summer. So that's Summer Rae, the diva from the 2000s, like 2013 or so. This is Fandango, and that's Summer Rae right there. Oh, no, they signed opposite. She's signed by him, and he's signed by her. So that's Fandango right here, Summer Rae over there. And there's the picture of them together. So Fandango and Summer Rae. I liked it when she imagined that dancing gimmick. It was pretty cool. So they are at ringside, and for some reason they signed by opposite names. All right, another one of Summer Rae. This is her with Tyler Breeze. So it's signed by Summer Rae there and Tyler Breeze over there. Interesting that both Fandango and Tyler Breeze were managed by Summer, and then later on they teamed up. Probably would have made sense if she managed them, but I guess they didn't really know what they were doing with her. So, but there she is when she managed Tyler Breeze, though, which is shortly after Fandango. All right, this is Sunny. It says, stay cool, Sunny. So there's a picture of Sunny. There's another one of Sunny, signed right there. This is when she was hot in the mid-90s and had big breasts and stuff. And there's a third one of Sunny. This is from ECW. It says Sunny 2011 WWE Hall of Fame. And there she is, like in an inappropriate outfit. This is signed right here. It's a little bit dark. It says the Super Machine. He's the guy who played Demolition Axe. So that's the Super Machine, Bill Eddy. All right, this is something that just says Superstars on it, but it's signed by a bunch of guys. So we got the Honky Tonk Man up here. We got Hacksaw Jim Duggan there. We got Brutus Beefcake here. We got Ricky Steamboat there. We got Bobby Heenan here. We got Ted DiBiase here. One Man Gang here. Butch Reed here. And Greg Valentine there. So there's Butch Reed and there's Greg Valentine. So I just put it as under S for Superstars. That's what the thing says. And it's signed by, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's signed by like 9 guys. So a very nice piece there of the Superstars. Okay. All right, next one is a rare gimmick. This was a guy who was around like in 2006. His name is known as Sylvester Terkay. I remember he faced Tatanka on an episode of SmackDown. I don't really remember much about him other than that, but he's around there in 2006. So there it's even wrote OVW. / ECW, Sylvester Terkay. So there he is. This is Sean Waltman, who's known as Six Pac in the NWO and WCW. So Six Pac. This is Tajiri, signed right here in silver. So nice picture of Yoshihiro Tajiri, good talented worker in the WWE for many years. This is Taryn Terrell. So she's a TNA champion in this picture, Taryn Terrell. This is Tatanka. This is like when he started out in 92. So that's one of the early outfits he wore. And there's another one of Tatanka in that early outfit, but a very nice signature. It says WWE Legend, Tatanka 2020. So very cool picture signed by Tatanka. And there's another one that says WWE Legend, Tatanka. This one was actually signed this year, though, of 2021. So cool picture there of Tatanka and Chief J Strongbow in the picture as well, only signed by Tatanka though. Our next one is Taz. You saw him last time with Snuka as the Tasmaniac. This is just signed as Taz. For some reason his graph is tough to get and worth a bit too though. This is Roddy Piper's daughter. Her name is Teal Piper. This is Team Angle. So we have Shelton Benjamin right here, and we have Charlie Haas up there. So that's Team Angle, Shelton Benjamin, and Charlie Haas. All right, our next one is Ted R. City. He's a kind of like a strong man type gimmick guy, not a very good worker. He's around there, like around 86 or so, maybe 85. Ted R. City. This is the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. There he says Ted DiBiase with the $sign, the $1 Million belt. Cool picture of him. Here's another one of Ted DiBiase. There he is in the parking lot. And we have a combination one here. This is Ted DiBiase signed in yellow right here. And then we have comma right here signed in blue. He originally signed in yellow, and I guess it didn't come out too good. So he signed it above again in blue. So he wrote comma SFM, which means Supreme Fighting Machine. So DiBiase, comma, combo. Very nice picture. All right, next one is Ted DiBiase Jr. up here. And we have Maurice over here. So DiBiase Jr. with Maurice. That's probably around 2010. I believe it was after he got rid of Virgil. All right, there's your Holler at Me player guy again, Teddy Long by himself. Sign right there, Teddy Long. This is Terry Runnels, sign right there. She's like on a golf course, like half naked or something. And there's another Terry Runnels one. I guess this is under the bed covers. I guess she really likes to, act a little slutty and stuff like that. Terry Runnels. All right, this is a cool one. Terry Funk. His health's not going too good these days. But he wrote ECW champ, Terry Funk. So a cool picture of him and a nice inscription as the ECW champion. So Terry Funk, great worker and really adapted to the times. And speaking of him, another nice combination. Sign right here, Terry Funk right there. And we got the King Jerry Lawler WWE Hall of Fame 07 up there. So combo of Lawler and Funk, with Funk working over Jerry Lawler. This is a low-card jobber guy. His name is Terry Gibbs. He was in the WWF in the late 80s. Terry Gibbs. All right, our next one is Terry Taylor right up here. There he is with one of the title belts. I'm not sure what federation is. Southern Heavyweight Champion. Don't know what federation. That's Terry Taylor, though, when he's younger in territory days. All right, this is the daughter of Tully Blanchard. Her name is Tessa Blanchard. It's a cool picture of Tessa. Right, nice heels and a red outfit. Tessa Blanchard. This is another one of Tessa, signed right here. So there she is. Looks like on a boat, maybe visiting Canada, maybe Chicago. I don't know where she's visiting, but there's like some kind of city-like thing in the background. She's on a boat. Tessa Blanchard. There's a third one of Tessa Blanchard where she's wearing torn jeans and holding her heels and stuff like that. So Tessa Blanchard, maybe she'll make it to the WWE someday. They'll have like the 4 Horsewomen or something like that. So there's Tessa. All right, then we have Test, Andrew Martin. So this is a nice one of Test. And there's a second one of Test. Tragic, he died at such a young age. It's already been over a decade since he passed away, actually. All right, this is double sign. It's a girl named Tiffany. I don't remember her too well. And then Katie Lee Burchill, of course. So Tiffany and Katie Lee. This is probably from like a TNA picture or something. All right, this is a rare guy who's in the WWF very briefly. His name is Tiger Ali Singh. I remember he was there like in 97 or so as a babyface, and he came back and managed D'Lo and Chaz later in like 2001. So that's Tiger Ali Singh. This is Tiger Chung Lee. He was a low-card WWF guy in like the early, mid, and late 80s even. Tiger Chung Lee. Teamed up with Mr. Fuji as well. This is Tim Horner. Another low-card talent guy in WWF, mostly WCW, though. Teamed up with Brad Armstrong. They call him White Lightning. Tim Horner, very quick, talented wrestler. He always had good matches with the Brainbusters, though. Tim Horner. All right, this is referee Tim White. Sign right here in the bottom. Nice blue paint pen of Tim White. This is signed by Tito Santana. There he is working over Rick Martel. Nice, cool action shot of Tito Santana. There he is as El Matador, Tito Santana. Some cool pro picture of the Matador, Tito Santana. This is T.L. Hopper, the plumber. So that's when he was in the day for 96, 97, T.L. Hopper. This is Todd Gordon from ECW. This is a commissioner and stuff. This is Todd Pettengill. He was the guy who did the studio stuff and a lot of commentary for years. Todd Pettengill. This is a magazine page, though. Hard to get him. There's the other side of the magazine with Jim Neidhart. Okay. This is Dr. Tom Pritchard from the Heavenly Bodies, and there he is with a Smoky Mountain Wrestling tag team title belt. So that's Tom Pritchard. All right, next one. This is rare. This is signed by the Z-Man, Tom Zink. He's a tough graft to get. So he's being interviewed right here by Tony Schiavone and Missy Hyatt. It's signed by Z-Man, Tom Zink, and Tony Schiavone also signed this picture. So cool combo of Zink and Schiavone. Tom Zink is very hard to find. All right, these are ECW people. This was Tommy Cairo. He's called the Iron Man Tommy Cairo. And the wife of the Sandman, her name was Peaches. So there it is. It says Peaches right up here, Miss Peaches. So Tommy Cairo, Peaches combo from ECW. All right, this is the Wildfire, Tommy Rich. Sign right there, Tommy Wildfire Rich. This is Tony Atlas and Rocky Johnson, you know, the first African-American tag team champions. The Rock's dad is Rocky Johnson. And of course, Tony Atlas, who also played Saba Simba. Tony Atlas actually still wrestles on the indies these days. He's in his 70s. It's crazy. All right, this is Tony Gurria, low card guy for many years. And he's also one of the officials who used to break up fights and stuff. This is a jobber named Tony Roy. He wrote to Todd, best wishes, God bless, Tony Roy. I guess on the indies he might have had some belt. So Tony Roy. This is Tony Schiavone from WCW when he's younger. So this is a pro picture from like 96, Tony Schiavone. Cool picture of him. This is the second one of Tony Schiavone at something called StarCast. There's some signing in Las Vegas. So he's signed right there. Tony Schiavone is a more modern one. This is signed by Too Cool. So rare graph signed by both, and it's, you know, fully signature too. So it's Grandmaster Sexy, Brian Christopher, and Scotty Too Hottie Taylor. So there you go. Too Cool, Scott Taylor, and Brian Christopher, double signature. This is signed by Tori. She was the one who managed X-Pac and Kane. This is Tori, WWF 2001, and little unveiling here. There's Tori when she managed X-Pac and DX. So they are together doing a pose in the ring. Tim White in the background. And signed right here in silver by Tori. Okay. This is Tori Wilson from WCW days. So this is like a young Tori Wilson. So it says, love Tori Wilson. Okay. There's another Tori Wilson one. Very nice blue paint pen. It says Tori Wilson, Hall of Fame 2019. There she is in jeans. Very nice picture of Tori Wilson. Awesome paint pen. All right, another Tori Wilson one. It says Tori Wilson, WWE Hall of Fame 2019. So there she is in a blue bikini outside. All right, this is a rare gimmick. This was sent to me by Dwayne Gill himself. This was Dwayne Gill and Barry Hardy. They were called the Toxic Turtles. You can see their match on the unreleased DVD from 86-95. And one was called Terry. One was called Tommy. And I'm trying to remember which one was which. I don't remember which was which. One Dwayne Gill, though, and one was Barry Hardy, though. So they both signed it. Very cool picture. And I'm glad Mr. Gill was able to find Barry Hardy and give this to him, and they both signed it. So the Toxic Turtles from 93 WWF. All right, this is an interesting combination. This is Tori Wilson, and this is Missy Hyatt. I guess they're hanging out, getting a beer or something, because Tori's holding a beer. And it's double signed by both Tori Wilson and Missy Hyatt. All right, this is the Total Divas. Label, I don't know who the signatures all are. Just show you them quickly. This is one of them. I guess that's Summer Rae there. So there's another one. Yeah, just give you some close-ups on how these things are signed. I don't really know who all they are. This is the Total Divas, though, signed by 1, 2, 3, 5 different members. So Natalia's there. I see Natalia. One of the Bellas is here. Summer, I'm not sure who this is. So I think this is like Cameron or something like that. One of those people. All right, Total Divas. All right, this guy passed away. This is Tracy Smothers. He also played Freddie Joe Floyd, which I think I showed you in the past. Tracy Smothers. It's like a cartoon picture, but it's signed by Trevor Murdoch right here. Here he teamed up with Lance Cade, Trevor Murdoch. Probably like the mid and late 2000s. All right, we got Trish Stratus right here. Nice bikini of Trish Stratus. Very lovely. There's another one of Trish Stratus. Here's a third one of Trish Stratus. in jeans, so she looks really good. Trish Stratus here, very popular Canadian diva. This is the Truth Commission, signed by 3 members. So we have the Interrogator right here, we have Sniper right here, and we have Recon up there. So 3 members of the Truth Commission on the magazine page, and it's signed by all 3. That's pretty cool. Kurgan even signs the Interrogator. Tell me you're not going to see that too often. All right, there's the magazine page on the back. All right, this is Tugboat. Fred Ottman, very funny gimmick. Tugboat WWF. This is Double Sign. It's Tyson Tomko right here, and then Kevin Nash over here. So Kevin Nash giving Tyson Tomko a big boot in TNA, and it's signed by both men. All right, here's a big name, The Ultimate Warrior. These pictures from around 92, I'm guessing. Cool picture of The Ultimate Warrior. All right, here's another one of The Ultimate Warrior. This is when he was like Intercontinental Champion. This is probably from 88, maybe 89. So it's the Warrior from the house show. And there's a third one of The Ultimate Warrior. This is from a Coliseum video convention thing like in 1990. Very cool picture of the Warrior. Here's another thing of the Warrior. This is Survivor Series 92. And he signed it right here as The Ultimate Warrior right here. Be cool to get some other names to add on this, but I just have Warrior though. And this is the Royal Rumble 89 superposed down signed by both men. Look at that. Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing Rick Rude. So Warrior and Rude both signed this. This is from the superposed down in 89. All right, this is signed by the Ultimo Dragon. We saw him earlier with Sonny Ono. This is just a solo one of the Dragon. This is a rare one. This is Umaga. He passed away, sadly. But good worker, though, and the Samoan Bulldozer like to run people over, managed by Armando Estrada, so Umaga. This is an Undertaker one. Tough graph to get. Nice picture of the Undertaker, probably from 96, 97. And this is the definitely a 97 one. This is the Undertaker. So here's with the title. There's the signature, Undertaker from 1997. And this is an Undertaker Paul Bearer combo. So there's Undertaker right here, and there's Paul Bearer over there. So nice combo of Undertaker and Paul Bearer. This is from like the early times together, like 91 probably. Undertaker with Bearer. All right, this is the U.S. Express. So you have Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham. They were the tag team champions, the U.S. Express, Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham. All right, here we have the Usos and Tamina Snuka. So we have Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, and Tamina Snuka. So all 3 had signed this picture. Very nice. Here's a cool one of Vader from the WWF. It says, "It's Vader time." Here's another nice Vader one. This one says Big Van Vader. So that's pretty awesome. He signed as Big Van Vader. That's what he used in WCW. And here's a combination one of a Clash of the Champions match between Vader and Ric Flair. So Vader signed here. Ric Flair 16 times right there. And there he is press slamming Flair. So nice one of Vader and Flair. And that's it for this one. And we got 2 small ones. So let me get through those ones quickly. All right. These are 2 smaller binders. So them combined would be about like 1 regular one. Okay. This is, so we left off with Vader. So you have another Vader one. This is Harley Race and Vader. So he wrote Vader time. Signed a little bit different. I guess this is one of his earlier signatures, like from the 90s. So again, Vader and Harley Race, there they are together, most likely from sometime between 92 and 95, I guess. All right, there's Val Venus. Hello, ladies. So Val Venus, longtime low-card guy in the WWF. This is Vampiro. He was in the WCW in the late 90s, early 2000s, Vampiro. This is Heavy Metal Van Hammer. He wrote to Todd. Thanks for watching, Van Hammer. And there he is, like jamming. Cool picture of Van Hammer. This is signed by the Varsity Club. So this is the NWA, like in 89 or 90, I guess. All 3 members. So it's Rick Steiner, Kevin Sullivan, and Mike Rotunda. So there they are, the Varsity Club, all 3 members. All right, rare graph again. This is Velvet McIntyre. She was a women's wrestler, like you can see her at the Survivor Series 87. Very talented, could do like the giant swing move and wrestled barefoot. So that's Velvet McIntyre. Extremely rare graph. This is Velvet Sky up here from the Beautiful People. Sexy picture of Velvet Sky. Vicky Guerrero, and she even writes "excuse me" on there. This is Victoria. All right, this is a cool one. This was sent to me personally by the Berserker. It says, "To Todd, best wishes, the Viking." So that was his first gimmick, a.k.a. the Berserker. And then he wrote Huss Huss. So nice paint pen signed by the Viking. And we saw some Berserker ones earlier. So he signs both gimmicks, the Viking and the Berserker. Okay. This is triple signed. It's by the, okay. It's signed by both Villanos. So Villano 4 here, Villano 5 up there. It says Saludos Mexico de Villano 5, Tu Amigo Villano 4, and this is Liz Market Jr. on the bottom. So these are, all three of those graphs are pretty rare. You don't really see any graphs of the Villanos or Liz Mark. So cool magazine page signed by all three of them. This is an earlier signature of Vince McMahon. This is not one like the Rush ones he does today. So this is a cool signature of Vince McMahon. Here he is doing commentary with Piper, probably on Superstars. So cool old school signature of Vince. And then this is the more of the modern Vince signature where he just like throws a couple initials and crap. So there's Vince cutting a promo with the modern signature. All right, this is the guy he hated, Vince Russo. Everybody hates Vince Russo. It says peace, Vince Russo. So that's an interesting picture there. This is Vinny Vegas. So that was Kevin Nash in WCW as Vinny Vegas. We saw him as Oz earlier as well. This is Virgil. He's got the $1 million title with him. So cool picture of Virgil. This is a Virgil DiBiase combination. So they are in the ring. DiBiase's cutting a promo, probably abusing and giving Virgil bad treats. So there's DiBiase down there, Virgil over here. Cool combination picture of both DiBiase and Virgil. And on the back here is a little autograph sheet. That's signed by Virgil, too. It's an old school WWF autograph sheet. All right, next one is a combination. This is Vladimir Kozlov up here and Santino Marella down there in blue. So we got Kozlov and Santino. This is the Warlord from like his Powers of Pain days. This is a solo shot of this, the Warlord. This is another Warlord one he sent to me personally. So it says Powers of Pain with Fuji. It says, "To Todd, thank you for being a great fan of the Warlord." He sent this to me in 2013. So nice picture of the Warlord. And there's a third one of the Warlord right here. That's like the, the gimmicky way he dressed like in 90, 91, 92. So the Warlord during his solo run. This is Waylon Mercy, who is Dan Spivey. So very good gimmick of Waylon Mercy. This is extremely rare. This is well done. It's signed on the magazine page. It's personalized to a guy named Ray. It's the guy I bought it from. It says, "To Ray, best wishes, Timothy well done." And then Stephen Dunn signed it over here. So cool, well done combination. This graph's almost impossible to find. Never found any other well dones except this one right here that I got. And there's the back of that magazine page. All right, this is a rare name. This is Wendell Cooley. He had a brief stay in WCW around 1990. The guy's name is Wendell Cooley. This is Wendy Richter. She's the former World Wrestling Federation Ladies Champion, babyface, Wendy Richter, feud with the Fabulous Moolah. And there's a picture of Wendy Richter at the signing. This is Shawn Michaels' girlfriend, later wife, Whisper, one of the Nitro girls. So that's Whisper, Shawn Michaels' girl. This is very cool. This is Jim the Anvil Neidhart as Who. So it says Anvil Who. So that's awesome. We got Who. All right, then we got the Wild Samoans. So we got Sika right here. And we got Afa over here. So Afa and Sika. Captain Lou in the picture, but only signed by Afa and Sika. And there's the picture of them signing it at the thing. This is William Regal right here by the microphone. He signed it. William Regal from his commissioner days. This is extremely rare graph. This is the guy who managed Kamala and Sika in the WWF, and later he also was in the Dungeon of Doom, the leader. His name was called the Wizard. He'd be like, "Sullivan, my son, I bring you Shark." So that was the guy, the Wizard. Very interesting gimmick. This is a hot picture. It's PSA certified of Nancy Benoit as Woman. So there she signed as Woman right there. Amazing picture of Woman. Nice boots or high socks, looking sexy. And there's the magazine page with the certification on the back. Okay, this I just got in today, actually. This I got personally from Wrath. He mailed it to me. It says Wrath, WCW 97 and 99, Atom Bomb, The Night Stalker. So he put all the gimmicks on there, and he wrote basically what I told him to write. And then he includes a picture of him signing it. Okay, so there's the proof of him signing it. This is a unique WrestleMania 3 picture signed by multiple guys. So we have Tito Santana Ariba right here. We have Jim the Anvil Neidhart right here. We have Bret Hart here. Jimmy Hart here. Billy Jack Haynes here. Jake the Snake here. The Honky Tonk Man there. So amazing WrestleMania 3 picture signed by many guys. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 autographs on this picture. And we have one from WrestleMania 5 as well. Okay. I believe this is Mean Gene here on top. This is the Brooklyn Brawler. This is the Honky Tonk Man in blue. Jim Neidhart. Bret Hart in pink right here. We have Axe and Smash of Demolition right here. Down here we have Jimmy Hart. And we have Bobby Heenan over here. So a nice WrestleMania 5 picture. That one's signed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 guys. That was Mean Gene, the one I showed before. I was double checking. I labeled it. All right, over here, WrestleMania 10, signed by Razor Ramon, Bret the Hitman Hart, the 1, 2, 3 Kid, Alundra Blaze, Shawn Michaels, Lex Luger, and Diesel. So that's a nice one too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys signed that one. So okay. All right, so that's the end of the WrestleMania ones. Now we got Xanta Claus, who was Balls Mahoney. So he wrote Seasons Beatings, Xanta Claus. So some of these names are like impossible, like Xanta Claus, who. So you got to be impressed I was able to track some of these names down. All right, there's X-Pac, signed up here. We're very getting close to nearing the end here. This is a combo of X-Pac and Tori. So X-Pac right here. Tori right here. It looks like she was in such a rush, you even fill out the I, just says T-O-R almost. That's an X-Pac Tori combo from 2000. All right, another big rare name. Here we go. The World Wrestling Federation champion, Yokozuna. This is Yoshi Tatsu, signed right down here. Yoshi Tatsu. All right. Rare tag team. This is guys from NWA, WCW. We got Tracy Smothers and Steve Armstrong. And they wrote Young Pistols as their tag team name right here. So the Young Pistols, Tracy Smothers and Steve Armstrong down there. Cool combination, actually. And Smothers has passed away, as you know. This is the Young Stallions. Jim Powers originally gave this to me as I worked for him. And I later got Roma to add to it. So it says, to Todd, best wishes, Jim Powers. And then Paul Roma signed it right over here. And there's a cool Young Stallions logo. So a nice picture of Roma and Powers. And there's a picture of me meeting them, signed by Paul Roma. There's Zach Gowen. Remember the guy who only had one leg? So cool gimmick, Zach Gowen. Wrestling some Indie Federation at the Handicap Hero stable. All right, this is the guy who loves to be, he's a very mark for wrestling figures, spends tons of money. Zack Ryder. Woo woo. This is signed by Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger. So cool combo of Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger. This is a diva named Zelina Vega. I guess she's up and coming. And I got one more small one and we're good. So hold on. All right, our next one is a PSA certified. It's the Human Wrecking Machine Zeus. So he even wrote Tiny Leister Zeus. So a cool picture of him like from the movie Breaking Something, Zeus. And that was a PSA certified thing. So there's that. All right. This is just signed by Zeus. Again, DiBiase in the picture. Maybe I could add to him someday, but a cool picture of Zeus from 89 WWF. This is a nice combination. Both these guys are dead now. So you got Zeus, Tiny Leister Zeus in blue, and Mean Gene right there. So there's Mean Gene doing a podium interview. And it's signed by both Zeus and Mean Gene. All right, this is signed by the Zodiac right here. So as Brutus Beefcake as the Zodiac. And that pretty much ended the alphabetical order thing. But then here's some other cool things we got. So I'll go through these quickly. This is Rhino in a small picture. We got Al Snow, Greg Valentine, Christian. More small pictures. We got Nunzio of the FBI. We got Little Nate's Charles Robinson, which is cool because I don't have him on an 8x10. So that's Charles Robinson. We got the coach, Jonathan Coachman. We got Tony Chimmel down here. So that's cool too. I don't have Tony Chimmel on an 8x10, but we got a little photograph thing. This is an amazing picture signed by a lot of big names. This is Nasty Boy Brian Knobs, Jake the Snake Roberts, Ted DiBiase. We have The Undertaker here. We have Jimmy Hart. We have Jerry Saggs right here. We have Road Warrior Animal. I believe that's it. We have Vince McMahon too right here. So look at that. That's some huge names here. Look at this cool picture. This is probably from like, I have to guess, I would say 91 WWF. Oh, Virgil down here too. I didn't see Virgil. And it's signed by all those guys. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's like 9 or 10 guys. So a very amazing picture from the Federation years. Again, so it says Jake, Nasty Boys, Jimmy, Animal, Vince, Taker, DiBiase, and Virgil. Okay. This is one I got recently from Eric Sims. It's a 6 signed photo. So it's by Doom. So we got Ron Simmons right here. We got Disco Inferno right there. We got Too Cold Scorpio here. We got Buff Bagwell here. We got the Patriot up here. And then we got Hacksaw Butchery down here. So all 6 guys are in the picture, and they all signed it. This is a WWF match sheet from like 91 or so. It's signed by Road Warrior Animal, Bret the Hitman Hart, Jake the Snake Roberts, Shawn Michaels, Tugboat, Marty Jannetty, and some reason Head Shrinker Samu signed here too in 93. I don't know why he was added to it. He's not. This is not the time period he was here, but he added to it. So we got, again, Animal, Bret, Jake, Michaels, Samu. Oh, Hogan. I missed Hogan. Hogan's up here. Hogan, Jannetty, Tugboat. So that's a very cool picture of that. This is another nice thing. This is the Survivor Series 87 program, signed by King Kong Bundy, Demolition Axe, Demolition Smash, Bobby Heenan. Can't tell who this is. All right, I have to look that one up. I'm not sure who that is. Bret Hart, Jim Neidhart, Honky Tonk Man, Howard Finkel, Brutus Beefcake, B. Brian Blair, Haku, Ricky Steamboat, Tito Santana. So very nice thing with Bundy, Demolition, Bret, Neidhart, Steamboat, Brutus, Jimmy Hart, Honky, Finkel, Haku, Tito, and Brian Blair. Okay, this is a cool thing signed by like a program from a tour in 2006. We got Ivan Koloff up here. We got James J. Dillon, Tully Blanchard, Coco, some small guy named Mark Anthony, I don't know who he is, and Harley Race. So cool program thing from 2006. This is a Hall of Fame thing signed by Tito Santana, Jim Ross, Tony Atlas, Coco Beware, and Bushwhacker Luke. This is another WWF match sheet. This one's from the Attitude Era. We got Kama, Ken Shamrock, Earl Hebner, Tennessee Lee, the Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, Owen Hart. Wow, Owen Hart right there. Jeff Jarrett, Tony Gurria, D'Lo Brown, Puke. So Puke is Droz. We have Hawk and Animal, the Legion of Doom. So that's Animal and Hawk's up here. We got Scott Twat Taylor, Road Dogg, Brian Christopher. So some really good names here on this sheet. I can't believe Owen Hart, even Tennessee Lee. Wow. All right, this is a WrestleMania 2000, like some superstar sheets with pictures of the guys meeting people. So it's like Tori. So you have Road Dogg, Tori, X-Pac, and the guy included pictures of them. Here's one of D'Lo. We have the Godfather. Another one of D'Lo and the Godfather, and there's some pictures of the guy meeting them. All right, no one signed that one. All right, this one we got Pete Gas, we got Rodney, we got Joey Abs. So cool pictures of these things. Again, pictures of the signing. He's got Bubba Ray. He's got Devon. He's got Viscera on this page. So, you know, Mabel's, I don't even have Viscera 8x10, so that's a cool one of Viscera. We have Steven Richards up here. We have Bob Backlund. There he is meeting Bob Backlund. Brother Love. There's the picture of Bruce Pritchard. We have Sergeant Slaughter. There's a picture of him meeting Sarge. We have Pat Patterson, Gerald Briscoe, Tony Gurria, even Blackjack Lanza. So that's some cool pictures there in that one. And there's the pictures of him meeting those guys again. So it's cool. This is a high school wrestling show I went to in '99. Basically just signed by all these nobodies and Jimmy Snuka. And Jimmy Snuka is right here. And the rest of these are just a bunch of nobodies from that show, though. This is from April of '99. All right, this is not a real autograph thing. This is just like a reprint thing, but it's cool from the WWF catalog back in the day. This is I guess like an independent show signed by Brian Blair. This is another one of those WWF like lineup card sheets. So it's signed by Coco Beware, the Big Boss Man. That's a tough graph to get. The Mountie, Greg Valentine, Paul Roma, Typhoon, Marty Jannetty, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Jimmy Snuka, the Barbarian, and IRS. So that's pretty cool. WWF event sheet from a show in September '91 from Poughkeepsie, New York. All right, this is one of Brian Blair's signing things. So he got like Bob Cook. Brian Blair signed it himself. I don't know all these guys are though. Frankie Reyes. So all these names are from this this thing they do like in Florida all the time. And you got all these guys to sign this cool thing. There it is. It's called the Irish Pub and Grill. Honors people. All right, this is an old school WWF match sheet, not really signed by anybody. There's another one. All right, these are some index cards, and I put on the back a picture of the guy so I know who it is. Okay, so we got Paul Bearer. We got, I think that's Mae Young. Yeah, Mae Young. Kurt Hennig, Mr. Perfect. Fabulous Moolah. There's the pictures I put in the back of them so I know. All right, this is Lita. That's Freddie Blassie, 96. Jake the Snake Roberts. Is that Captain Lou? Yeah, Captain Lou Albano. So there's some cool pictures of them to go with it. Ric Flair. Bret the Hitman Hart. Saba Simba, WWF Tony Atlas. Stone Cold Steve Austin. So again, there's some pictures to go with the index cards. All right, Ricky Steamboat the Dragon. Jimmy Snuka. This one says Best in Sport Harley Race Hall of Fame '94. I don't know what was he WCW Hall of Fame. What was the '94 Hall of Fame? That's Harley Race. And this one is Bobby the Brain Heenan. Okay, so there's some of the index cards. Here's more. We got Sting, Trish Stratus. We got Bruno Sammartino, Bill Goldberg, and Goldberg even signed this little thing. I mailed this to him, actually. He signed this thing, this little small thing here. There's the picture of Sting and all those names I mentioned. All right, we got Brutus Beefcake. We got Killer Kowalski. We got Rena Mero, which is also Sable. So he signed as Rena Mero. That's rare. Chris Chavis Tatanka. So again, the pictures I put with it. We got Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Nikolai Volkov, the King Jerry Lawler, Ivan Putski. And again, the pictures that go with it. All right, we got B. Brian Blair, the Killer Bees. We got Ted DiBiase, Jumping Jim Brunzell, the Killer Bees, the Warlord. So there they are, the pictures that go with it. All right, we got Ivan Koloff, Cowboy Bob Orton, Booker T, Diamond Dallas Page. All right, we got Misty Hyatt. We got Nick Bockwinkel. We got Tully Blanchard. And we got Mike Rotunda IRS. So again, the pictures that go with it. All right, we got Honky Tonk Man. We got Al Snow and Head. We got, who's this? Oh, Gerald Briscoe. We got Lanny Poffo, the Genius. Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho Y2J. This is Dusty Rose, I believe. Yep. Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, really nice. This is signed by Bill Afonso from an ECW thing in 98. And on the back, you have Jason, and you have Nova, Tracy Smothers, so some cool names. I think even Axel Rotten on there, so there you go. Some cool names there. There's the Bulldog, Dusty Jericho. All right, we got Kurt Angle. We got, what's that? Yeah, it's Mickey James, I thought. Yep, Mickey James. Seth Rollins, Jim Ross, Jimmy Hart on the next card, Eric Bischoff, WCW 93. This is Fonzie. This is Axe and Smash when I met them. Again, the pictures that go with it. All right, these are some cool things sent to me by Bob Armstrong. This was a ticket of a HOH show signed by Tommy Dreamer. I mailed it to him. Steve Armstrong signed this. The back of this was Bullet Bob Armstrong. Another one by Bullet Bob Armstrong. All right, how about this one? This is Andre the Giant. That's a tough graph to get. I only have a small little thing of that. That's Andre the Giant. Bruno Sammartino. Bob Backlund. And this one is Linda Miles from Remember Tough Enough. Linda Miles. That's Linda Miles right there. All right, almost done. Last page. We got Paisley. We got Aldo Montoya, the Man of War. We got is that Kelly Kelly? Yep, Kelly Kelly. And a low card guy in WCW named Bobby Blaze. And there's their pictures. So very unique collection here. Glad you guys saw all my 8x10s. I will try to come back if I get a couple more in here or there and maybe some other items. Thank you, Aftershock, for your patience. And I hope you guys really enjoyed this great 3-part series. Thank you.